Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kaylee and today we are on my island of Frostbite, and today we are doing a little bit of a different video. We are going to be touring 4 different winter islands, all submitted by my subscribers, and I'm so excited to show you these and give you some inspiration, so let's get right into it. Okay, we are on the first island, and this was submitted by Kathy, and this island is called Peppermint, and it is supposed to be a North Pole inspired island. And looking at the map, there's a lot of interesting terraforming. We have like a big area in the back of the island, and it kind of looks like a dock that leads like through the middle of the water, so we'll definitely have to check that out. And it looks like we do have a few of the small villager neighborhoods, so let's go ahead and take a look around the island. First up, right behind the resident services, we have this little bridge moment that overlooks a house, and I do think this is Eric's house just by looking at the map. But look how gorgeous this area looks, and it's like pretty simply decorated. We have some pathing, we have some fencing, we have the illuminated reindeers and like the street lamps in the background, but it just looks so cool, especially with this like bridge moment. And then of course we have a day where we have the northern lights. This area is just so pretty, and I wish I could be here in real life because this looks gorgeous, and it's definitely making me excited for the rest of the island, so let's keep going. Okay, so I found another really cool area, and look at this. Look how beautiful this is. It's like a present mountain. We have like multiple layers of illuminated presents, and it's color coordinated with the like reindeers going on the sides as well. And then we have the 2 like toy sleighs at the very top of the like 3rd cliff on the corners. This is so unique. I've never seen like anything like this. I just love this so much. And then I will pop over to the beach because it looks like we have a very full beach. Okay, so this is definitely how you decorate your beaches. I need to take several notes here because when I decorate beaches, I have like maybe 2 items, but this beach is packed with presents. And I love that they're using all the different variants of the presents, so we don't just have like all pink, but we have like the colorful ones, the like vintagey kind of looking ones back there. And then we have this like candy looking pathing on the ground. This is just so amazing. And then over here it looks like a little bit of a carnival area. We have the merry-go-round, and then we have like the balloons over here, this cool little gazebo. This beach is packed, and like I said, I need to take some notes on how to decorate my beaches because mine are usually pretty empty, but I love this beach so far. And then we do have a cute little villager neighborhood over here, and it looks like they're like color coordinated. So we have like the blue house over here with the blue Christmas trees, and the blue tree over here, and the blue snowman. And then if we go over this way, this is like the yellow house. So we have like the yellow trees and the yellow snowman, and this is also the entrance of the island. So a very interesting take on an entrance. I've never really seen a villager neighborhood right outside of the airport, but this is so unique. And we also have some more of the villager homes back here, and again it looks like they're color coordinated. So this is like the red and pink house, and then over here it looks like we have another yellow house. But I'm also really loving this like cloud pathing. It just makes it feel so magical. And then back here, it does look like we finally came to the little like deck bridge kind of deal that was in the middle of the island. And look at these cute little nutcrackers, but look at all of this water terraforming back here. I am kind of nervous to put my camera up to see what's back here, but ooh, I feel like it's going to be so good. I think this is where the house was, but let's take our camera out to get a good angle of this. This is insane. Look at all the castle walls. I really wish I could get like a good angle of this. The camera is not great in Animal Crossing, but this build is amazing. With all the castle items, we have the house back there, and it looks like we have some of the party lights in the back, so this is a really tall build. This is so cute. I feel like this is where like Santa would live. So amazing. I kind of want to jump off here and like swim over there, but we'll definitely have to get a closer look in a minute. I'm over in another little villager neighborhood. It's like the same one that was on the other side, but I got a sneak peek of this little back area, and look how crazy it looks with like the illuminated reindeer and all the snowflakes up there with the waterfalls. I don't have my in-game sound on, but I bet this area would be pretty loud with all the waterfalls, but this is just like a stunning backdrop to like a pretty simple neighborhood. So amazing. And then I found my way over to the museum, and I don't know if this is supposed to be like a ice skating rink, but we have this really cool code on the ground. I don't really know if it's supposed to be like the reflection of the building, but we have all these statues and the nuptial bell, and this is a really interesting take on a museum. I am loving this island so much, and I wish I could go here in real life. It's just like so stunning, and I do like this code on the ground too. I don't know if it's supposed to be like the sky or if it's supposed to be like an ice skating rink, but it's so cool, and it's like a very elegant take on a museum. And in contrast to this island, it's a pretty unique area compared to the rest of the like areas on the island. Okay, so I did find a little bridge back over where that like giant castle is, and look at all of these details along this. We have all the nutcrackers at the top, we have a bunch of the ornament towers, and it looks like the walls are supposed to look like gingerbread with all of the like North Pole little stands. I don't know what those are exactly called, but we can go up this way and get a closer look. I love these like peppermint looking umbrellas, super pretty. And then we can go up to the house. I'm gonna check to see if it's decorated inside. Okay, so it is decorated. I'm not gonna go ahead and tour the whole house, but look how stunning this front room looks. We have all the presents. It looks like Christmas as like a child, and you get all your presents in the morning, and someone's getting a bike for Christmas, which is exciting. But we also have the Grinch back there with a little standee. That is super cute. And then it looks like we have like Christmas dinner being prepared back there. Again, I'm not going to tour the whole house, but if you do visit this DA, go ahead and take a look at the rest of the house. But let's continue on with the island. And this build is pretty symmetrical, and I've started to love symmetrical builds, but this brings us back over this way, and again, we have this little long walkway with all the gingerbread houses, and this is so cool, and I do love all the terraforming. I definitely need to start terraforming more on my islands, but this does bring us back over to resident services, so let's go ahead and head out to another island. We made it to the next island, and this island was submitted by Helena, and this is the island of Alleyss. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'll pop the name on the screen for you, and this is supposed to be a cozy winter forest island. Looking at the map, we have a good amount of terraforming. There's a lot of cliff work, there's a few little like rivers going on, and look at this lineup of these villagers. They are just some of the cutest winter villagers, and I feel like they're going to be perfect for this island, but let's go ahead and start the tour. So I made my way over to the left of resident services, and we come over to this little like farm area. We have a small little area where they do some beekeeping, which is super cute, and I do love all of these custom codes. This like sparkly snow code, and this one that's more like a dirt snow path. I really like this one, and look how cute these little footprints are. And then over here we do have a small little mushroom farm, so you can definitely still have a farm island in the winter, and I'm just loving all of the color schemes. It's a very like subtle like brown and white color palette, and it's like so cozy, and I feel like I can just like feel the crisp of the air. And then we have this cute little like land bridge moment that comes over here. And then it looks like a small little bakery area over here. We have like a counter where you can get your coffee and your cookies. And then some more cookies and milk over here. And then it looks like this leads us right over to the entrance. So we've made it all the way over to the airport. So I feel like resident services was a good amount like in distance away from the airport. And then back here it looks like we have a little like storefront with some bakery items going on, and of course a fountain. And let's continue on this way. Over here we have a cute little like pottery painting area. It looks like you can make your own little pottery statues and then do some painting. And then I guess you would just like fire up your pottery in this guy, and then you could paint it and like do all the glazing and everything. But this area is so cute, and honestly it's just made up a couple different items, but the layering of these items is so cute. And of course, I do love the little dinosaur clay statue going on over here. But honestly, it's just like a table, the stove item, a barrel, a box, and like a few of the miscellaneous like cute items. Like we got a little plant moment going on and some paints over here, and they're still like all in the color scheme of the island. So this area is super cute. And then going up the incline, it looks like we come to another little farm area. We have a mix of crops over here, which is really interesting. I feel like a lot of the times I see people do like only one crop per area, but in just this small area we have pumpkins, wheat, and potatoes. And again, the color scheme of all these items just go so well together. And we have a cute little layering of items over here. I just love how all these items are layered, but like they're such simple items, but together they make such a good combination. And of course we have Fang's house over here. I don't know if this is the normal customization of Fang's house, but it looks really good on this island. I love that customization. And then I think down here was another small farm area. Yeah, so we have the same kind of crops over here. And again, the color schemes of even the crops match the island so well. Heading back this way, we have a little sunken villager house. And I really wish I did more terraforming on my islands because I just adore sunken areas. And it looks like Marshall has a cute little like bakery and coffee stand. I think Marshall's house is usually designed as like a coffee shop, so having him own his own little like bakery and coffee stand makes so much sense. And just take a moment to appreciate that adorable little bear blanket on the ground. That is so adorable. Also, speaking of this little table area over here, I love the mix of the different chairs. Like we have the ranch chair, we have the leaf stool. I think this is the mushroom stool, and then we have like a wooden stool. And it looks like over there we have a few other things. We have a pile of Zen cushions, a few more ranch chairs, and just like the color combination of like the ranch chair and like the patterns on the Zen cushions and the stools are so cute. And then of course we have a little scooter parking area, which is such a nice little take. And I don't know who would be using a scooter in the snow, but it's a really cute area. So back here, it looks like we have a ski lift going on, and this is definitely something I want to add to my island of Frostbite, so I will be 100% taking inspiration from this. But it looks like we can go all the way up here, and maybe we can sit in the seat? Maybe I can't get to it, but this area is so cute. And then we have the addition of these little sleighs down here with this adorable custom code. And of course, I can't go without looking at this adorable snow angel on the ground. It is just the cutest little code I've ever seen. And this area looks like it goes back into the farther into the forest. And then of course we have Eric's house. Oh, and it looks like maybe his house is supposed to be like where you get all your ski supplies. So we have the skis over here and then the sleighs. And maybe this is where you check out and maybe grab a pair of like winter boots. But again, I love all these villager houses having like their own little shops. We've made it all the way over to the campsite over here, and we have a bunch of little camping areas, and I always use the kids' tents in my camping areas, and this area is so adorable. We have more picnic areas with a little teddy bear, and I love this code of like the little bunny. It is so cute. And then it looks like we have a little campfire area over here where you can warm up by the campfire, maybe cook your meals for the day, or maybe some s'mores. But this camping area is so nice, and again, I can never do a campsite area without a kids tent, so I appreciate this area very much. And then over here we do have resident services, and I like to call this type of decorating a box core because we have all the boxes, and I feel like it's just so easy to decorate around Nook's Cranny with a bunch of boxes, so it looks like they're getting an inventory. But this little section right here is so amazingly decorated. We have the retro transportation stops, we have the stacked bottle crates, some of the different boxes, cardboard boxes, wooden boxes, books, bottles, everything, and of course a truck in the background. This area, like very simple items again, but so like nicely staggered and layered in front of each other. I just love this area. And then the last little area we'll be looking at today on this island is an ice skating rink, but definitely make sure to come visit this DA because there are a bunch of different beautiful areas that I haven't shown. So this island definitely needs to be toured to see all of its beauty, and shout out to Helena for making such a gorgeous island. But we have this cute little skating rink back here, and it looks like this is Aurora's house. And I haven't mentioned this, but there are a bunch of these butterfly models around the island. And I feel like when I think of butterfly models, I usually think of like a spring island, but definitely you can use them on your winter islands. So take this hint from Helena and use those butterfly models on your winter islands because they look so cute. But I do love this ice skating rink, and I definitely want to add one to my Mistletoe Island. So I will be taking some inspiration from this island on for so many of my other islands I have coming up. But again, this is the last area we're going to take a look at on this island, so let's head out to the next island. And just like that, we're on our next island. This island was submitted by Beppycrossing, and it's called Fog Point, and this is going to be a winter ice fishing island, so very different from the last two, but still so excited to see what holds on this island. And again, we have a lot of interesting terraforming on this island. It looks like we might have like a lot of like buildings and industrial areas, and then a really cool like waterscaping in the back with a bunch of like tiny little islands. So again, we'll definitely have to check that out. So let's get right into the tour. Pretty close to resident services, we have the tiny Nook's Cranny, which I love a nice stunted Nook's Cranny. And look at all these items surrounding Nook's Cranny. The color coordination of this area is just brilliant. We have a bunch of pops of blue, we have the browns, and then just like the leaf on top of Nook's Cranny, we have a small little pop of red with that life ring. I'm just dying over this area, and this is almost exactly what I want to do with the Nook's Cranny on my Frostbite Island. So again, taking a lot of inspiration for this one. I think this one will be a lot like Frostbite, so let's check out some other areas. This isn't really like a big area on the island, but look at this cool little fake building area. It looks like a little like convenience store. We have like the shelves with the other cans, and it looks like it's basically made up of retro transportation stops, the storefronts, and the gazebo item. But this area over here just looks like so, I wouldn't say cute, but the first word that pops into mind is cute, even though I don't think you would say like graffiti and rusted metal is cute, but it is in my heart. And then making our way over here, it looks like we have a few more homes, and it looks like this is the resident rep's home. And again, just such a cool little like fishing area. We have like almost like a fishing market. We have a bunch of the catchable sea creatures in the buckets, which I really love. I love that Nintendo gave us these cute little containers for some of the fish, but we do have like a little lobster over in that other container, so it just shows that you can still use those like normal tanks. But I do love the little like crabs and lobsters that come in these containers. They're just such cute to decorate with, and this area is just stunning. Again, just the layering of all these items. I'm really going to be taking a lot of inspiration for my fishing areas that I'll be decorating on Frostbite pretty soon. And then we do have a little staircase over here that leads up to another resident rep's home. Not resident rep, a villager home. And it looks like we have a little bit more storage, some shopping bags and things. And again, just the layering of all these items is stunning. And I'm loving the blue and the yellow. Just that combination brings me so much happiness. And talking of like unique builds, look at this entrance. It is stunning, like the water terraforming and kind of like this land bridge with this like broken down road code. We have a cute little fake building off to the side, and then it looks like another like fishing stall over here where you can catch your fish and then weigh it out to sell and all that stuff. Just such a unique entrance, and I'm really loving this island. Back behind resident services, we get up to the big cliff that leads over to the super interesting terraforming. So let's go on this little outjet and see what is out there. From this point of view, you can see the campsite, and this is stunning. I would have never imagined like to put the campsite in like a water area like this, but all the trees in the background, and again the layering of the items with the pops of yellow and the tent in the background, it's just so gorgeous. And I feel like if Nintendo gave us the ability to jump into the rivers, this is definitely an area where I could see us jumping off and going into the rivers. Unfortunately, we can only swim in the oceans, but a girl can wish. And then over on the deck, we also have another villager home, and look at how they've used the storefronts to kind of extend the sides of the house. Like, it looks like the house is like almost triple the size with the storefronts, and then the fences behind that. We have the movement coming from the windmill in the background. It is stunning, and I do really love the customization of this house as well. I love that little shack look. It really lends itself to this kind of like theme of the island. And then over in this front area, we have this combination of the blue iron bridge with a giant waterfall, and then it leads right over to one of the blue staircases. I've never seen these two items so close together, but in combination with this custom code, it looks amazing, and it looks like they were built to be put next to each other. Another really unique area on this island is this small little rooftop farm area. Again, we have a mix of different types of veggies. So over here we have some potatoes, and then over here we have a few smaller carrot areas. But this is just another instance where you can definitely take inspiration for creating a winter farm. We still have farms in the winter, guys. We can make it on our Animal Crossing island, and it's just so cute. I love how they've spread out the vegetables, and they're not in like any lines, but they're more like organically placed. And of course we have a rotten little turnip over here, and I do love how it's like almost on top of a building. It gives a really unique take on a farm, because most of the time we see those on like the ground level. And then it looks like over here we have a little bit more farm area with a few of the smaller sugarcane items. But again, put your farms on the roof. It makes sense and it's stunning. The last area I'm going to show on this island, even though you should definitely come visit and check out the whole island, because there are a lot of different areas that are super cool on this island. But we have the museum, and it's turned into like a little ice fishing area, which I guess the whole theme of this island is ice fishing, but this is like the definition of the theme. We have the hole in the snow, a little camping spot so you can sit out and sit while you fish. And I love how they built this area right in front of the museum. It's such a good use of the museum, especially in the tent version. And again, there's not many items in this area, but it looks like so complete and intentional, and I love it. So definitely come visit this island, because there are a lot of cool areas that I didn't get to show in today's video. So yeah, definitely check out this island, and let's head out to the next one. We've made it to the fourth and final island of this tour video, and this island was submitted by Pumpkinella, and it's called Honeyhills, and it's a Christmas themed island. So let's just get right into the tour. So right off the bat with this island, I'm loving this pathing. They did a combination of the in-game pathing with custom codes on top, so it's a very interesting take on like a city core island. A lot of city core islands I see like road codes, but this is another way that you can definitely do it. Use the in-game pathing and then put your custom codes on top and give it that kind of like unique and more customizable look. But right over here we have a little centerpiece, it looks like, and this is so cute. I'm a sucker for centerpieces, and just the fact that it lines up like perfectly with resident services. We have the Christmas trees on the sides. We have some glowing moss items, which I feel like is super unique for a Christmas island. And of course we have some candles, but this is a super cute and sweet centerpiece. And then over here we have the resident rep's home, and they did keep it in like the smallest version of the house, which is so adorable. And I love all the snowmen surrounding the area in the background. They kind of look like they're little carolers singing to you, and they're just so adorable. And all of these lights on this island in the time of day, it's just like such a magical feeling. And it looks like back here we have another island rep house in the tiny version, which is so cute. I do know they said that the houses are decorated. We won't be going into the houses today, but if you do decide to visit this island, make sure to check it out. A little farther to the left of those two houses that we just saw, we come across this tiny little tree farm, and this is so cute. I love the use of the storefronts in the back, and especially that they use the green version because they definitely do have a very red and green vibe on this island. But it is a relatively small tree farm, but it is so cute. You have different stages of the trees, which makes it feel very like realistic because you don't always have like such giant trees to pick from at tree farms. And I love the addition of the little bunnies. They're super cute. And I do want to add a tree farm on my mistletoe island, so this will definitely be going into my mistletoe folder. And this is such a small detail, but I love all of these flowers in combination with the two types of fencing. It looks like we have the frozen fence and the hedge, and then all of these flowers, the green, white, and red, just line the beaches over here. And it's super simple, but it's super pretty, and I do love the frozen fencing, and we've seen it on a few islands today, so I feel like I definitely need to start using this item more, because just seeing it on this island, it is so stunning. And then over here, we have another giant area, it looks like. What is happening back here? More storefronts. Oh, it's really tall too. Let's take a better look at this. Look at this. This is also the entrance of the island, and this is absolutely stunning. I think this is going to be our thumbnail for the video, so let me take a quick picture of this. It is super stunning. Look at all the colors and the lights. I love the use of the reindeers in the background too. This is absolutely stunning, and the layering of all these items is amazing. I wish I could just sit here and stare at this picture for like hours. It's just so amazing. Heading over, we do come to this bridge, and it looks like we have another good viewing point of something else. But in this instance, we have a lot of the frozen items, and again, this is just so cool. I love how they use different like layering of items to create such like a picturesque like view. Like this just looks like a like frozen castle, and I love that they use the green version of the reindeers with like the light blue color of the frozen items. Again, they are so good at making these picturesque moments. I love this. And the waterfall, so adorable. And of course this island has an ice skating rink as well. And this is what I was talking about when I was trying to make my ice skating rink on Mistletoe. It just felt so empty in the back, and this creator did such an amazing job at kind of like closing it in. And wow, we need to take a look at this from up here. I didn't realize we had all those items in the back. But look at this. Again, their ability to layer items and like create these like big builds, big and tall builds, is just so amazing. This island was like made for Instagram, I feel like. Like this is a perfect picture. If you couldn't see me in the bottom corner, let me get out of the shot to get a really good view. But look how stunning this is. We have the candles on the sides. Again, we have more glowing moss items, the frozen items, all of the little ornaments and everything. This island is stunning, and I love how unique all of these builds are. I know I was talking about ice castles a second ago, but we have another amazing build with a double bridge moment as well. I'm going to try to get this into the shot as best as I can, but we have all of the castle items in the background, plus the frozen items, and then we have our big Christmas tree in the center, and the double bridges. Like this island is like city core, but like elegant Christmas city core somehow. It is such an interesting combination, but it makes for such amazing builds, and I just feel like I need to make these giant builds on my islands again. I used to love making these. Like if you go to my island Pebble, I had such like big builds, and this is giving me a lot of inspiration. And then I found our campsite, and I feel like this is a pretty unique campsite. We have a double incline moment coming up, and just some simple-ish decorations around. We have a lot of the winter items, but then we have cute little benches off to the side. And again, I feel like it's just a very interesting take on a campsite, so definitely use this as inspiration for your future campsites. And then it looks like up on this cliff we have a cute little villager neighborhood that goes along this road. Everyone looks like they're fully decorated for Christmas, and everyone has some amazing Christmas decorations out. Like, look at all these ornament items, and I think all of these are the villagers' normal houses. So this just shows you can have a really pretty and well cohesive island without having to have HHP and redecorating the island houses. And for the last and main event of this island, we have an adorable little area to meet Santa. We have all the presents that all the kids want, and then of course we have this throne where Santa will sit. But look at this. We have the pillars in the background with the candles, the glowing moss balloons. It feels very chaotic with how many items there are, but it works so well that it doesn't really give you like a chaotic and like overwhelming feeling. They work so well together, and this island has absolutely been stunning. But I think we've seen most of the island, but definitely visit this one to take a closer look because there are some definitely beautiful views to see. But that's going to be the end of the video. We definitely saw very different islands, but they're all so beautiful in their own ways. And hopefully this video gave you some inspiration to continue working or start working on a winter island. There are so many different ways you can do a winter island. It doesn't just have to be Christmas, as we saw with like the winter ice fishing island, but of course Christmas is a beautiful time to do it in the winter. So hopefully this video gave you some inspiration. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video, so make sure to give the video a like, comment, and to subscribe to the channel. And if you watch to the end of the video, let me know if you're working on a winter island. And of course, make sure to give all of these creators love and hype in the chat because they did an amazing job, and I'm so grateful that they let me share their work. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, friends!